everybody. I have a project to share with you today. By now I'm pretty sure you've probably heard about pocket letters. They're kind of the big thing right now. This was a concept started by Jeanette Lane, I believe is the name. Basically what it is it's a 8.5 by 11 sheet protector that's divided up to be actually technically used for trading cards is what typically that is used for. But what people are doing is you fill the pockets with little cards and a letter and some little treats and stuff, and it can fold up then into thirds and be put in a number 10 envelope to send to a pen pal or something. And it's kind of a cute little concept. I thought I would give it a shot, and it is very addicting. This took me a couple hours a day for 3 days, just because I stress over stuff when I'm making it. But it's actually really should be a fairly quick project, and it's kind of fun. I like the idea of getting a binder that's full of this and you got everything contained into that binder with it. So enough of me talking, let's show you the project. So I'm not sure this is all going to fit in frame all at once here. Okay, I'm going to fold this up and do it by sections here. So this top section, I used the My Mind's Eye In Bloom papers for this whole project. I have like 4 of those paper packs because it's one of my favorite packs. So I have lots of scrap stuff with it. Each of the cards I used a 1/4 inch corner rounder on the corners, obviously. And then I rubbed the edge of the card against my Versamark pad and used gold embossing powder. So every card is edged with some gold in there. And I'm not sure if the camera's picking up on that, but this first card here, I used a Kaisercraft stamp, and it says life is about all the pretty little things. And the pretty on there, and I don't think I can get it angled just right, that I covered in my Wink of Stella pen. So the pretty is sparkly on that card. This center card is, again, it has the gold embossing on the edge. I used one of my metal butterflies. I've used those before in projects. This butterfly originally was lime green, and I'm going to insert a photo here. So what I did is I used blush embossing powder, and I covered the butterfly with Versamark, and then I used the blush embossing powder on it and heat embossed it. So that changed the color of this butterfly so it would fit in with the paper better. I used gold stickles on the edges of the wings, and then I used some gold sequin trim down the center to be the body of the butterfly. This card is going to contain my letter, and it'll actually pull out and open up. There's nothing inside right now because I'm going to just write my letter in there. But I used some gold sequins up here. I heat embossed the letters to the word letter in gold on some gray cardstock. And then I used a little wood arrow, arrow. And there is a little paper clip up here that just holds the card together. So the center section of it, I made a little tag using the Simon Says Stamp medium tags die. Edged that with the gold as well. And then there is, and I'm not sure if you can see it here, there's a rose stamp on there. I have had that stamp for years. The company for it is completely worn off of the stamp. I have no idea who made it. It's a little wood stamp that I have, and I just embossed that in gold. On this pocket, I used a Gorgeous Girl stamp and stamped that up on some white cardstock, colored it out, fussy cut it out. I paper pieced her dress, That is the only piece of paper that's not from the My Mind's Eye collection. I'm thinking it was a little scrap of botanical tea. It was in my scrap drawer, so I think that's where it came from. I have a sentiment that is heat embossed up here that says "Hi there." That came from this paper tray ink set. I believe this is called the Mixed Messages set. I heat embossed that in gold, and then I went back in with a black pen and just added a little bit of shadow for some depth on that, because it's such a small sentiment. And then some pearls right there along the edge. This card, I just put a piece of wide lace. I think this is like 3-inch lace. A couple of paper flowers stacked together, some little gold leaves that I have had forever. I don't even know where I got those from. And then a pearl in the center. And then the bottom row, I cut some banners from the paper, added a little wood heart with some bling pieces on it. This is that Michael's doily from the $2 bin. I stamped it in Versamark, covered it with some gold embossing powder, and heat set that. And then I went in and put a big kind of peach colored pearl in the center and used gold liquid pearls and some cream liquid pearls to make little pearls around the edge. And then this card, I used, this is a Simon Says stamp. Apothecary Labels is the name of the set. And that has been heat embossed in gold. I used some gold poster board and a Martha Stewart punch to punch this border edge, and then I just put a little tiny strip up at the top of the same gold. So that is the front of my pocket letter. And so the back of the pocket letter. Again, I'm not sure I can get it all into frame. So kind of the point is that you tuck in some little treats and stuff, and part of the challenge is that you have to include at least 4 little treats. I have 5 on here. So let me show you what I've done. On the back of this card, which is the letter card, there was the arrow on the front, so I included a little pack with some wood arrows on the back. The card itself, I just basically shadow stamped the Gorgeous Girl I had used on the front, on the back, and then I sprinkled it with some gold embossing powder, and it didn't totally emboss it, but I actually really kind of like the effect because it really was clear on her face, and so that is completely gold embossed with it. But then as it goes down on her dress, it kind of fades away. So it looked really cool to me anyway. This is another one of those Kaisercraft stamps. Happiness is not a destination, it is a way of life. The reverse side of this pocket is that it's all about the pretty little things. And then the treat that's behind that pocket is a little pack of colored pearls. So the center row, just some banners, again from the paper collection. This is the Gorgeous Girl on the other side, and then on this side, there are some little paper flowers. More paper flowers with a brad in the center that I actually used. That same embossing powder I used on the butterfly, I used on the brad to change the color of the brad. It's a little bit of a gold poster board cut into a banner shape, and then some paper cut into a banner shape. And then on the bottom row, the back side of this card had the, I can't get that out with one hand. The back side of this card had the stamp that said, sending you the best and warmest of wishes. So the treat in here is this herbal tea. This is that doily stamp that was stamped on the vellum. So you can see the shadow of the doily through there. So I just went ahead and added pearls to do the same design that was on the outside, but instead of being the gold, it's the shadow of the embossing. And then there is a Ghirardelli chocolate in this pocket. So that was my very first pocket letter. I really had fun doing this. I actually got about halfway through this and started looking at my other stamps going, I could do this design and I could do that. And so I think I will probably get involved making some more. So if anybody wants to exchange a pocket letter, just let me know. But that's my project for today, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.